Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. So, I'm back with another video. And pardon me, man, I keep forgetting my microphone. Usually I have my microphone right here so the audio is a little bit better. But let's make it do what it do, right? So, I was thinking about something, man. I was thinking about these people on this earth. And I was thinking about, the musical producers on YouTube mainly, the guys who have the MPC Live Mk3, especially the ones that got it sent to them for free. And I'm just thinking, man, these guys and girls know for a fact that their life currently is stage acting. Go ahead. It's stage. They know it's stage. Everything that they do is stage. Right? And they know that if they could stage their character so good that they could capitalize. They know. That's what I was sitting here just thinking about it. I'm like, man, the average person doesn't think to go buy a camera, go buy a good microphone, go buy good lighting, or just even use their cell phones and set it up and talk about a certain subject that they have some knowledge about. The average person don't do that. They get up and go work their 9-to-5 job, take care of the kids, blah, 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 blah. But the content creators go the extra step to go out of their way to specifically do this, to gain. There's no other reason for them to do it but to gain off of the next person. They're trying to capitalize off of you guys and girls. So why does the average person see these people as the best thing ever when their whole premise is to manipulate and to gain, monopolize off of you and your mind? It's almost as if people don't even care about their own minds anymore. They will allow the next person to control their thought process. I don't even think these people know that they're being controlled. That's the thing. I think people, when they watch and they get the information, they feel so happy that they got some information that's it. That's the only thing that matters. But they don't even take into consideration that those thoughts that they're talking about is not even their own thoughts. So, guys, these guys and girls on YouTube, man, especially the ones with the MPC Live Mk3, the ones who got it for free, or whatever taxes, whatever system they got going on with any company, whoever, because there's multiple companies that would have the device, especially when they was promoting it that first week, right? These people will sit there on YouTube, either in a live stream or in a video, and they'll sit there and they'll play around with this plastic box, which is nothing but a glorified MIDI controller, and they build something inside of you to make it seem like, or make you believe that they've done something. It's kind of hard to explain, guys. I'm trying to get it out. It's almost as if, like, when you're watching, you're building up something in your mind that you're actually seeing something, but you're not seeing anything. It's fake. It's fake. It's not real. Like, when I went to school for music, guys, I mean, just one class alone, there's so much more than what you're seeing on YouTube. So when I'm talking, like, I'm digging in my mind. I'm thinking about the stuff that I've seen, that I've witnessed from my professors in real audio engineering school. I went to IAR, the Institute of Audio Research, down in Greenwich Village, New York City. And what those audio engineers were telling me, compared to what I see on YouTube, it's night and day. But I'm seeing the general public They are taking these content creators as if they're college professors or like the professors that taught me music production in school. But they're not. They don't even come close to even... These guys, they're glorified beat makers, man. They're Son, I want to put y'all on the game. I don't watch these guys anymore. I don't watch their content. Guys. But when I used to watch their content, even the guys who were in movie soundtrack scores and all this stuff, they got records out. People know them from Cali all the way to New York. People know these people, right? When I was watching them make their beats, they're glorified beat makers, man. They make one loop and they bop their head 1,000,000 times to that one loop, and they call themselves musical producers. They don't even compose, really. They don't even understand the music production, song structure, circle of fifths. They don't understand any of that. They just do the basic hip-hop. They do basic hip-hop, guys. And I'm talking about the people who are supposed to be the legends. Oh, he's a legend. Oh, yeah, he's an OG. You gotta respect him. Doing loops. One loop. Bopping the head like, this is hard. This sounds amazing. The quality. One loop. They're loop makers. They're beat makers. They don't know music. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you guys who watch my videos, you make one loop and that's your beat. Y'all don't even try to understand music theory. Circle of fifths, circle of fourths, song structure, tempo, which plays a big part. Emotion, how to build emotion, how to build suspense. These people don't know how to do that, man. They make one loop. It could be a 2-bar, a 4-bar, or 8-bar loop, but they make it one loop, and that melody is looping over and over and over again. That's it. Then once they make that loop, they try to do the trickery music production, which is try to manipulate that one loop somehow, some way. Maybe it's the drum pattern that changes. Maybe it's the bass line that changes. Or maybe the bass line just comes in for that one loop and then goes out. So since it's a tonal change to your ear, it makes it seem like it's a big change. Meanwhile, the melody is still in that one loop. They're loop makers. They're beat makers, guys. So when you watch these people on the internet and they're using the MPC Live Mk3 and they make one loop and that's their beat, how you call them musical producers or composers? They don't even know music production. They cannot go to a film production house and work. Because as soon as they get into the film production house to start working, somebody's going to say, I need sus4 suspension chords on this. And when they say that, the person, what are they going to do? Run to YouTube to their favorite content creator and try to find the answer? Why would you even use the sus4 suspension chord or the sus2? Why would you use sus2? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you use Lydian mode or Dorian mode? Why would you use any of this stuff? What is it portraying to the audience? How do you do pivot chords? How do you modulate? How do you change keys? How do you change the emotions? How do you do, like, there's so much stuff I could say, man. How do you do arpeggios? How do you play the arpeggios without going to your sampler and asking the sampler to do an arpeggio like a pattern for you. Because that's what you guys do. You ask the machine to do it for you. You don't know how to play it yourself. What if you need to change the key in that setting? And I mean in the pattern. So these guys, what I'm trying to tell you is, doesn't matter if they're a legend in the game and they got all the clout, all the fame, and they know all the famous people, or they work with the famous people. When you look at them, they're just a glorified beat maker. They just make loops. So when you're watching them use the MPC Live Mk3, what are they really showing you? They're not really showing you no music. They're showing you how to be a beat maker, a loop maker, and then pray somebody jumps on the record, and then all of a sudden you become a musical producer because somebody jumped on your loop. But if you sit in a board meeting with real musicians or real conductors or real musical producers, you're going to look stupid because you don't really know music production, because these guys are not teaching it to you. But you'll follow them because you think they're the end-all be-all. But have you even asked them, do they have master degrees in music production? Did they go to school and get a master degree in it? Do they have plaques on the wall from a college saying that they're certified and they could teach people how to do music production? No, I don't see that. They don't talk about that. I haven't seen none of these people talk about that. They might have plaques from music production, because if you really think about it, now that I'm really thinking about it, it's not even that hard to get a plaque in music production, especially if you get a little help along the ways. But it's a lot harder to get a plaque going through college. 4 years, 8 years to master something that you can actually teach people. That's a lot harder. So when you sit down and watch these content creators online, just know this. It's all a scheme, and they're not true professionals. They don't work for a college. They're not real teachers. So you're taking the information and you're taking it in the wrong way. It's just entertainment, man. These people are tricking you for monetization money. They want to get paid off of you and control your mind. They want to control your mental real estate. And if they can control your mind, then they're going to forever win, because they're going to forever get money off of you. But meanwhile, when they sit and doing those videos or the live stream, and they're acting like they're teaching you, or they're just sitting there talking in front of the camera like, yeah, I'm trying to help you guys, and they're sitting there doing all that, they're not actually helping you. Because like I said, if you go sit right now, I could even actually rate. I say, listen, I got a new DVD series coming out, and I'm gonna need music for it. We're gonna work out, you know what I'm saying, where I get the music, blah 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 blah, whatever contracts, whatever needs to be worked out. But I need music played in this mode, just like this and like that. And if I'm sitting there saying it to you in your face, and you like, I what's that mode, or I don't really play the keys, stuff like that. But then I'm not gonna hire you. I'm not gonna work with you. And you might be like, oh, you just old fight Dynasty. You ain't got nothing going over. All right, so let's take somebody that you respect. Let's take Lionsgate's film production house. They contact you and say, hey, we heard or we see you doing stuff on YouTube, and we like what you're doing. We want to see more. Can you please come down to the office? And you get to the office, and they got all this music stuff set up, and they be like, all right, can you, show us a little bit of what you're doing? And you go in there and you just make one loop. But they want you to score a film, but you just made one loop. And you bopping your head like, yeah, this is hard, man. Yeah, I just made this. And they're going to be sitting there looking at you like you stupid. They're going to be like, thank you for coming down. And they're going to go get somebody else. Because you're watching content creators who might have fame or who don't have fame. People who are trying to be content creators because they see the people who have fame are content creators, so they think that's the way. Everybody thinks YouTube is the way, and being a content creator is the way now. You're watching these guys and these girls, and it's setting you up to fail because you haven't succeeded yet. How many years have you guys watched them and you haven't succeeded yet? How many years have this guy or this girl sat in a room with the microphone, and as soon as everybody comes into the lobby, because they run in there, people, they run in there. Oh my God, these people run into these lobbies so fast, and they, hey, what's up, glad to see you, and they sit there and talk for like 2 hours, and then you get off the live stream. You just actually gave them more money for their pockets while watching the live stream, and all the advertisers popped up. Then you go about your day, and then what do you achieve after that? What did you achieve after watching this person's live stream for 2 hours of your time? And then, that's not the only time you watch them. You watch them every day that they go live, or every day they drop a video. And it's multiple accounts that you watch. So if you're watching 10 YouTubers, and then you go back to Instagram and you watch them on Instagram too, how many hours of your day, of your week, and your month did you spend watching somebody else and listening to somebody else? And then when you look at your whole career, you haven't even achieved anything. The only thing you've learned how to do was make a loop. This your boy 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me. And soon, my Google search engine is going to have IMDb. Soon, your boy 005 Dynasty is going to have, on Google. Listen, guys, I come on here and I talk to you guys and girls. I do my 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20-minute videos. I be talking about certain subjects and certain topics. But when I get off of this 10, 15 minutes or 20-minute video, there's a lot more time left in a 24-hour day. Besides me doing stuff for my 9-to-5 job and my kids and like my household, I'm doing stuff for 005 Dynasty and my brand. That's the reason why I say Google me, and that's the reason why I always tell you, new stuff is coming to my Google, or new stuff is coming, like new stuff, because I be working. I don't go sit and watch the content creators. That hour or 2 hours that you sat there and watched the content creator, I done did something in Photoshop. Or actually, I have Affinity now that I'm using, the Affinity Suite. Or I did something on ChatGPT. Or I did something on Medium.com. Or I did something on 005dynasty.com. Or like I chopped it up with my twin brother, the American rapper Legend, and we talked business. He let me know what's going on with Bushead Grabba and him, JFK, out in the city, things of that nature. Then after we converse, I go right back into handling my business. I don't sit on YouTube and watch this stuff for hours on end and listen to somebody else yap like they have all the answers. Meanwhile, it's not going to help me. I understand that now. But I'm working so hard on 005 Dynasty, right, that things are starting to happen for me. And it's actually when you put in the work yourself, you start to see things come a lot faster too. Pause on that. But you get what I'm saying. And I don't see a lot of you guys, man. If I was to search you guys up, I very rarely see content. I'm not counting me data. Everybody can make content. But I'm talking about the data that's going to last 100 years when you're not on this earth anymore. That type of data. You got to build your own legacy. Anyway, this your boy 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me, and I catch you guys on the next one.